Hello, everyone. I am Scott, and welcome to the Daily Fantasy 5 for this Friday, February 22nd, where I will share the 5 biggest stories in the world of fantasy sports. We are brought to you today by MathRadio.com. If you have children between the ages of 7 and 17, go to MathRadio.com and grab a math online course for as little as $9.99 to help your children get better grades, score higher on exams, and even get into college. All right, that is mathradio.com. Let's get to our first big story, and he is all over the place right now. Antonio Brown. Rumors are flying that he is going to be traded from the Pittsburgh Steelers because he can no longer get along with Big Ben Roethlisberger. So, what does this mean for you? Well, Antonio Brown is going to be great no matter what. So, last year, despite having a bad season with Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown was able to put up 15 touchdowns, 1,297 yards, and he was third in the entire league in targets. All right, so why was Ben Roethlisberger that bad? He actually led the league in yardage. However, he was 15th in passer rating, and he was the 16th rated quarterback on Pro Football Focus, excuse me. So, Roethlisberger might be over the hill. Brown wants out. What should you do? Well, as a keeper player, as a dynasty player, I would go out and try to grab Antonio Brown right now. With all this uncertainty, the owner of Antonio Brown might want to move off of him. Well, go out and snag him at 80 cents on the dollar. It's a great strategy. Go get Antonio Brown right now. No matter where he goes, he should have a great year. I mean, unless he goes, maybe Chicago would limit his value a little bit, but I would more expect him to end up somewhere like Dallas, where he's going to have a monster season. If Dallas traded for Antonio Brown, they would give him all the targets in the world, or maybe someplace like Green Bay. Again, pair him with Aaron Rodgers, he's going to have a monster season. So my advice, go out and get Antonio Brown if you can. All right, big story number 2 is all about Ivan Rabb of the Memphis Grizzlies. He is a power forward, and he is the highest rated player in fantasy on FanDuel going into tonight's matchups, according to Roto Grinder. All right, he has a projection of 7.17. That is like unheard of. His value is $1,900 less on FanDuel than it is on DraftKings. I'm sorry, it's $1,800 less. You can grab him for $3,800 right now on FanDuel for your daily fantasy basketball lineups tonight. All right, he's averaging over his last 8 games 22 fantasy points for $3,800. That is amazing value. Like, everybody on Memphis is injured. He is going to get all the playing time. He's going to score all the points. He's going to be great. And for only $3,800, you really can't miss. Okay, that leads into our big men in the news last night who are changing teams. So this is number 3. We have Enes Kanter playing his first game for the Portland Trail Blazers, and Mirotic playing his first game for the Milwaukee Bucks. So Kanter had a huge night. In 19 minutes, he scored 18 points and had 9 rebounds. That is a great debut for Kanter, something I would not have predicted. While Mirotic only played 13 minutes, he is coming off an injury. He scored 8 points and only had 3 rebounds. So not a great game for Mirotic. I'm not as bullish on Mirotic as some people are. And you know what? Kanter might be a value going forward to the rest of the season if this Twin Towers thing works out for Portland. So keep an eye on that situation. Number 4, we have injured players returning last night. I want to talk about Kevin Love and Clint Capella. So Kevin Love has been back for 3 games. His first game he played 6 minutes, then 15. Last night he played 23 minutes, and he scored 16 points with 11 rebounds. This is a good sign of things to come, especially if you are a Kevin Love owner. I would start playing him in daily fantasy basketball and target him if your trade deadline has not passed in a standard league. On the other hand, Clint Capella, 33 minutes last night. He hasn't played since January 13th. That's over a month, and he played 33 minutes. It's crazy. I'm shocked that he played that many minutes, but he did have a decent game. 12 points, 11 rebounds. I think he only had 1 block, no steals, no assists. So it wasn't an outstanding effort in 33 minutes, but I was just shocked he had 33 minutes. It's crazy. Anyway, keep an eye on those 2 situations. I would be worried about Clint Capella, whereas I am bullish on Kevin Love. Our last story is our matchups tonight in the center position. You have Anthony Davis going for 10,100 on FanDuel, while Karl Anthony Towns is only going for 10,800. I think Towns has a much better matchup tonight playing at the New York Knicks than Davis does playing at Indiana. Indy actually Indiana actually tries to play defense. And Anthony Davis is on a minute restriction. Who knows how long she's going to pay? We talked about him yesterday. Don't play Anthony Davis. Start Karl Anthony Towns. All right, pair Towns with Rabb tonight. Make a bunch of money in your daily fantasy basketball leagues. All right, that's all we have today. Again, check out our sponsor at www.mathradio.com to help your child with math and grab a math course for as little as $9.99. We will see you back here tomorrow, Saturday, for some more fantasy sports news. Bye for now.